It's the time of year for flickering images and dreams realized on the screen in Lake Placid. Film amateurs, professionals, and movie buffs will flock to the Essex County Village late this month for the Lake Placid Film Festival, with its many screenings and seminars. Joining us now is the festival director, Gary Smith. Hello, Gary.
Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing well today and excited to talk about the 20th anniversary of the Lake Placid Film Festival. I understand you have 30 feature-length films this year. What's a film you're looking forward to?
We do have 30. It's been a great year. One of the ones, Paul, that I'm looking most forward to is a film called Buried. And it is the story drama documentary of the 1984 Alpine Meadows avalanche ski area in Colorado.
My name is Jim Plain, and I was the avalanche forecaster for Alpine Meadows Ski Resort.
This is the story of getting really the people that were buried out of that, finding them, the dogs, the digging, and all the tragedy that surrounded that. And we have the two directors flying in to be with us to present that film. Stephen Siegs and Jared Drake are flying in to be a part of that. I think that'll be excellent.
That sounds absolutely riveting. And I understand the Lake Placid Film Festival often gives local filmmakers a chance to tell their fascinating stories. Do you have any from people who live in the Adirondack region this year?
We have one that we are actually featuring following the 20th anniversary party, which will be held at High Peaks, but we are screening a film by a local filmmaker named Lucky Cerruti. And Lucky has done a film called Freak, which is a slasher movie. We're hoping to get all the young people to that one afterwards. And we have Artie, which is the monster in the film that will be joining us, and we're making him available for photographs behind the step and repeat and all these things all during the show. But Lucky will be there to introduce the film. There are many actors that are from the Tri-Lakes region that are in that film.
That sounds so appropriate for the end of October to have a locally done slasher film. And also from our region, I understand you have a film from a frequent collaborator of Mountain Lake PBS.
That's right. We are delighted this year to have Paul Frederick. Paul and Vladimir Monk are going to be with us presenting their film called Return to Auschwitz. And Paul accompanied Vladimir, who was a prisoner at Auschwitz, really for the 75th anniversary of the freeing of the inmates at Auschwitz.
I have never been in Auschwitz since 1945. I don't know how I will feel when I'll be back.
Paul and Vladimir are going from scene to scene, recounting these horrors that Vladimir experienced 75 and 80 years ago. And this is Vladimir's probably his last time that he'll be with the film. So it's a very special occasion.
And I hear that the co-producers, Julie Canepa and Bruce Carlin, will also be presenting the film with Paul and Vladimir. That should make for a very compelling screening. Another thing that people find compelling about your festival are all the short films. What can you tell us about them?
We have almost 50 short films, but keep in mind too, this is a contest, and we will name the winners of these films on Sunday. But they are varied, they are quick, many of the filmmakers will be here, and we think that'll be a highlight of the festival, really.
And a highlight for many people as well is the Gala Dinner. What's special about this event?
This is our third annual tribute dinner, and this year we are giving the tribute to Raoul Peck. And Raoul did a film on James Baldwin called I Am Not Your Negro. He also has one currently on HBO Max called Exterminate All the Brutes. And Raoul will be with us, and he will be interviewed by Jeffrey Brown, who is the arts and entertainment correspondent on the PBS NewsHour. One of the things I wanted to mention too, Paul, is that we will be doing a special screening of I Am Not Your Negro on Saturday night at the Palace Theater. And Jeffrey and Raoul will be introducing that film, and Jeff will be leading the Q&A following, really with members of the audience for that.
Well, joining us now from New York City is Chief Arts Correspondent Jeffrey Brown of PBS NewsHour. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Paul.
What are you looking forward to at the Lake Placid Film Festival?
Oh, a number of things. I mean, first of all, there's the nice getaway to a wonderful place. I always look forward to that. It's a film festival, so that's a lot of fun. I get to see an old friend, Russell Banks. I get to talk to Raoul Peck, who I've talked to before, and just seems like a fascinating figure. And I get to get out in the world and be with people. So it's all great.
Yeah, the great majority of interviews you do happen on camera, and it's primarily just you, the interview subject, and a small crew. How will you enjoy interviewing filmmaker Raoul Peck in front of a whole audience present at that gala dinner?
That's always kind of a fun and interesting question. I spent many years in the television studio, which is a sort of artificial place, as you know. And then, as you say, most of the time now, I am just one-on-one with people with a small crew. And I do some public speaking and this kind of moderating. And I always have that moment when I kind of look, when it's starting, and I look out and there's, my goodness, real people right in front of me. I enjoy it because the crowds for these kinds of things are always engaged, of course, friendly, and enjoying the people in front of them and enjoying the conversation. That's what they're there for.
There are days when you wonder what your role is in this country and what your future is in it.
Jeffrey, what's interesting to you about the film, I Am Not Your Negro?
Oh, it was a fascinating film, and then a fascinating conversation that I had with Raoul for the NewsHour about it. It is, of course, centered on James Baldwin, one of the most extraordinary writers and figures in American culture of the 20th century, prescient thinker, writer, doer, whose words are, as meaningful now as they were when they were written 50, 60 years ago. And what's fascinating about what Raoul did with that film is that he crafted it all in Baldwin's words. Of course, James Baldwin did not write the film, but every word in it is by Baldwin. And so what Raoul did was take words, take interviews, take readings from Baldwin's writings, and craft it and shape it into just a beautiful and powerful film.
It does look powerful, and the whole beautiful experience of your coming to Lake Placid is courtesy of writer Russell Banks, who helped found the Lake Placid Film Festival. I understand he played a role in securing your participation this year.
Absolutely. Russell's the one who sent the invitation, and I jumped. I like Russell very much. And what's kind of fun about this especially is that our initial meeting was at a film festival. And this was extremely unusual and a great experience. We were both jurors at the Sundance Film Festival, maybe 10 or more years ago. He was a juror in the drama category. I was a juror in the documentary category. And so we had to watch 10, 12, 15 movies for our category. We were watching movies all day long, but the fun part, well, that was fun. But then the other fun part was we would all meet in the bar at the end of the day, very long day of watching movies, and talk about what we'd seen. And that's where I got to know him.
Oh, what a wonderful way to experience a film festival. You and Raoul Peck are giving us a lot to look forward to, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. I'm looking forward to coming.
And Gary, there's a lot of excitement this year, including all the seminars you have with filmmakers. But these are still strange times. How is the festival dealing with the issues surrounding COVID?
Well, we are requiring, Paul, a vaccination, proof of vaccination, and a photo ID, and we're requiring that people be masked when they're indoors. So we're handling that with a wristband program, really. So once you've presented your vaccination certificate and your ID, then we'll give you a wristband, and you don't have to deal with that anymore for the entire weekend. So, but we are assuring everybody that the people around them are vaccinated and they will be masked.
Well, there's a lot to look forward to this year, and I'd like to thank you so much, Gary, for all that you and the team are doing to help film culture flourish in the North Country.
And thank you, Paul.
The festivities kick off this month on the 21st. To learn more about the Lake Placid Film Festival, one of the major events of the organization Adirondack Film, head to the website adirondackfilm.org. That's where to find scheduling and ticket information.
Spotlight is supported by the Glenn and Carol Pearsall Adirondack Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life for year-round residents of the Adirondack Park.